After what felt like an eternity, BMW has finally taken the wraps off the 2024 R1300 GS. The ADV takes over from the R1250 GS and serves duty as the company's new flagship adventure bike. Be it the design, features, or engine, the 1300 feels overhauled everywhere when you compare it with the 1250. More importantly, all the updates help it become much more relevant in the ever-evolving over 1000cc adventure bike segment against big names like the KTM, Harley-Davidson, and Triumph. Here's the full lowdown about the new Beamer. For years, the flagship GS models have had the iconic rectangular asymmetric headlight. But for 2024, you get an all-new aesthetic thanks to BMW's new head of design Alexander Buchan. The most noteworthy element is the new fascia that comprises an LED projector flanked by X-shaped LED position lights. These are bejeweled into all-new bodywork that's not only more muscular but also sporty than the 1250. Special mention goes to the new aluminum side plates with GS cutouts and the handguard-mounted front turn signals. While the front end is beefy, the tail end is rather sleek. You no longer get the big LED tail lamp, and in its place come multi-purpose LED inspired by the S1000R. This, along with the redesigned beak, gives the R1300 GS a sharp side profile, something you couldn't say for the 1250. Likewise, the 5-gallon tank and seats are new as well, which BMW claims will help when you go off the road. Coming to features, the R1300 GS flaunts a 6.5 inches TFT instrument cluster. The display is ripe with smartphone connectivity as standard and gives you access to features such as ABS Pro, 4 ride modes, traction control, drag torque control, dynamic brake assist, and hill hold. When opted for, the radar package unlocks adaptive cruise control, front collision warning, and lane change assist. You can also opt for semi-active suspension, cornering headlight, extra riding modes, and adaptive ride height control. At the center of all this lies a 1300cc twin-cylinder boxer engine. It produces 145 horsepower and 110 pound-feet, 9 and 5 up from the R1250 GS, respectively. The extra output and size are courtesy of a 3mm longer stroke and 4mm wider bore, along with a 13.3:1 compression ratio. For comparison, the R1250 GS had 12.5:1. Though larger in capacity, BMW claims the new mill is 8.5 pounds lighter than the previous mill. All this is topped by a repositioned 6-speed transmission, BMW's shift cam technology, and liquid cooling. Sadly, a quickshifter is only an option. Armed with the extra firepower, the R1300 GS is now on par with the 147 HP Triumph Tiger 1200 and the 150 HP Harley-Davidson Pan America 1250. Additionally, it has class-leading torque figures, pretty useful for highway as well as off-road riding. Under the skin, gone is the staple tubular steel frame, and in comes a new chassis carved from sheet steel metal. It's paired with a cast aluminum bolt-on subframe which BMW claims can be replaced in case of a crash. Meanwhile, the suspension continues to comprise a telever setup up top and paralever setup out back. The BMW claims these are evolved versions that offer improved steering feedback and high levels of precision. Both ends continue to offer the same 7.5 and 7.9 inches of travel as the 1250 GS. As for dimensions, the R1300 GS has a seat height of 33.4 inches and a wheelbase of 59.8 inches. The wheel sizes remain the same 19 by 17 inches combination, although they wear bigger 310mm front discs and a 285mm rear disc. Lastly, the ADV tips the scale at 523 pounds, a substantial 23 pounds less than its predecessor. BMW America has listed the new GS at a starting price of $19,890, which is $1,895 more than the base R1250 GS. That's a big hike if you ask, and the additional variants will only increase the damage to your pocket. More importantly, the new price is a few $100 more than the $19,595 Tiger 1200 GT and over $2,000 up from the Pan America 1250. Even the KTM 1290 Super Adventure Duo isn't too far off either. So what are your thoughts on the new flagship ADV from BMW? Let me know in the comments down below. If you liked this video, then smash that like button, and if you'd like to catch more motorcycle news and content, consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.